maintaining that sort of success? And if so, would a player like Chag be able to do that, do you think?
It's hard to say. Because I feel like, on one hand, Palutena, I always say this when I stream, is like Palutena is very different when you play her online versus offline. Just the way you have to play her in a successful fashion is completely different.
Kind of like Wario.
At the same time, she's still a good character regardless. And like just because you learn her playstyle doesn't mean you can't like use the tools you learned for another playstyle. So I guess the answer is it's hard to say how it will adjust when offline is back. You know, maybe more Palutena anymore. Who knows?
So just stay tuned to find out. Fair enough. But we are going to get Isabelle versus Toon Link. Obviously, so many of the Animal Crossing characters tend to struggle against swords, and when you're someone like Toon Link, who, hey, guess what? I have decent ranged options, and also if you get in on me, I have some of the best boxing options in the game.
It's
up close and personal, but B Rice is not showing any.
Is a regular to top 8s, top 12s, just top placings in general for these Galaxy Gambits. He's yet to be like a top 3 or anything, but he's always one of the higher placing people. So if he loses to B Rice, that is an upset for sure. And this is a matchup where honestly, Isabelle's not even bad in it. She's generally kind of a bad character, but Toon Link ain't exactly top tier himself either. And she kind of can test Toon Link's range, and she can edge guard him. And Toon Link's recovery is actually very solid in general, not just for Link.
Yeah, B Rice won something called the Arizona Smash League Open Qualifier. Not doing too badly in that one, apparently, resetting the bracket and winning over Ekidona. So, yeah, this Isabelle, obviously a very worthy opponent. Gonna have to see how they do in the slightly deeper waters of Galaxy Gambit.
Just like that! That was a sneaky little stock right there.
Gotta love what you're seeing right now from B Rice. Marvelous Marco makes you wonder. I mean, you can't really assume that anyone is taking an opponent lightly, but Marvelous Marco, obviously a pretty celebrated character in and of himself. You know, to say nothing of Toon Link, obviously, as a character. But nevertheless, yeah, this is Marvelous Marco down a full stock here to Isabelle, and you got to think that they've been taken aback ever so slightly. They might have miscalculated this one.
Yeah, I mean, he has to adapt game too, which to be fair, I feel like when I watch Marco play, he's one of those players where honestly he'll lose game 1 more often than you'd expect, but then bring it back for the next game. So I think he's a very heavy adaptation type player. With that said, it's at the same time, B Rice is showing he's not a slouch, and you know, Marco has to know what to do, because this is also Isabelle, not exactly a common character. Sometimes you just fight her and you're just like, what's going on? And I feel like B Rice doesn't do anything tricky or gimmicky either, just solid play, solid spacing. Good usage of kind of all of Isabelle's tool sets, maybe not all of them, but the tools he's choosing to use, he's using them very well.
The pocketed bomb, not going to be made use of, as Marvelous Marco is going to keep their feet firmly planted on the ground.
Oh, the wind box actually saving Marco from death there.
That is beautiful. And yeah, no, you saw B Rice had bad intentions on their mind at the ledge, but it's going to be B Rice is kind of sitting in the middle of the stage, and you got to think something's going to get pocketed and thrown back at Marco. I kind of wonder if that's the play in mind, but B Rice doing a decent enough job of evading the projectiles, but needs to get in, and they're going to be able to do.
Was it up smash taking game 1?
There you go. That's looked like that was a traded hit there as well, but yeah, that's one way to pull it out of your hat. B Rice is going to take game number 1, and you were talking about Toon Link not necessarily being the top tier. Is that just because of the presence of Young Link in this game, or is there something kind of inherently flawed about Toon Link that you think kind of bumps it down the tier list?
So, my thing with Toon Link is that I think he's one of those characters with a very solid neutral and a lot of solid tools, but his biggest weakness is actually very similar to Pit as well, another character I play, and not to the same extent Sheik, where he wins neutral pretty well, but he doesn't convert into much off of it. His combos aren't devastating. His damage output, like on stray hits, isn't crazy. His kill power, outside like very like specific setups like bomb into forward air, for example, isn't that great. He tries to kill like above 100%, even though he struggles there. And I feel like he just doesn't get enough reward for his hits, which in Ultimate, like, even okay characters can hit you once and kill you. So if you like actually have to outplay the opponent consistently, that's not a good sign for a character, regardless of how Young Link or a Link are.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Now, you know, we're going into game number 2. B. Rice, you got to think that Marco might have gotten a little bit of a download off of it. What do you think might have been the most exploitable part of B. Rice's game, just based on that game number 1, where Marvelous Marco can definitely grab on and take advantage and have that translate into a dub?
I feel like B. Rice is very much willing to corner himself to like try and get the space to space something out. So if you kind of let B. Rice just put themselves in the corner, like, you know, see him there like overextends there under pressure and make mistakes, he will do that, and then Marco can just exploit the fact that his opponent's in the corner, whipping things like a side B, whipping an aerial that was too far away. And I feel like there's also a lot of autopilot like forward airs off the ledge from B-Race in particular. They can punish if you go, okay, he's gonna do ledge drop, jump forward air every time. You will kill him. But that requires Marco to recognize that. With that said, he does have a lead now. Marco's playing a lot more, I'd say, passive this game, kind of throwing projectiles, not running into B-Race as much, letting B-Race swing first. Maybe he kind of figured this out as well.
Now we're looking at this, it's, yeah, the fishing line coming back into play. Marco with a slight advantage. You got to think that one misplaced empty hop might be enough for B-Rice to take advantage and get the stock if they're able to read it properly. It is it's a pretty large if, though, especially as Marvelous Marco is piling on the extra credit and not looking to let this one go. They are looking like this is a little bit more of a cohesive game.
So with that said, like, I mean, it's not impossible for B-Rice, but it's definitely looking harder and harder as, you know, it's almost a full lap. And the one thing about Toon is, I mentioned his neutral is definitely above average. So when he has a lead, he can hold it pretty well because it's hard to get like these big hits on him, and he can just poke you out constantly. And suddenly you're gonna find yourself at a high percent, not quite dead yet, but you kill him and you're almost dead again. But that said, oh, these arrows just being annoying, and yeah, look at this. You guys are just standing there like, what do I do? I just pocket?
I mean, not just pocket. Eventually, you're going to have to throw it, but nevertheless... Oh, well, yeah, such as that. Is he listening? Is B-Rice listening to the stream? Does that count as coaching? I'm not sure, but either way.
I mean, if he is, that's... Honestly, if you can play while listening to a stream, that's impressive.
Valid. Alright, but we're going to get B-Rice again, yeah. Short hops, fast falls back to the stage, catching them with the nair, but B-Rice is going to make it back. Marvelous Marco hanging on at 172. B-Rice just not able to get this kill with any ease whatsoever. Eventually gets the throw, but the fact that they were able to even get that off, considering how many buttons Marco was pressing, well, that might be impressive in of itself.
Nice heat right there, and this is why I said with Toon having trouble killing sometimes. Is back throw won't kill Isabelle at 108% fresh on small battlefield. 130, yeah. Not 108, but yeah, like that's bad. That's not a powerful back throw. And you think to yourself, Toon's back throw is powerful until you see that. This might be a kill. Not
certainly
quite.
Looked like it had the velocity to kill it, but just didn't wind up happening that way.
Yeah, it's such a problem, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you think about characters that kind of struggle to kill, I mean, even Pit has a kill throw. You know what I mean? Like that's rough. Oh!
Yeah. Okay, just like that, though, is a kill. I think that was an up B uses a kill. Rice. You know, nice lead, nothing crazy, but Isabelle also kind of showed us like land like kills. Unless she can get a really nice edge guard going. So I think Marco is a comfortable spot here as long as he just plays safe with projectiles. Looks for lots of trades and pokes, and it really makes B-Race commit to something.
Gets the throw, and again, just piling up the damage however they can possibly get it at this point. I don't think Marco's going to complain about it. This is all technically extra credit, but they've kind of been in control of this one. Even though it's a little bit of a slower matchup, they're perfectly fine with that because the character that's trying to move around in the air keeps getting hit in the air, so that winds up playing perfectly into Marvelous Marco's hand. That hit grab is going to get shielded. And Marco, again, putting B-Rice into disadvantage. Yeah, this Isabelle...
What's likely to be a 1-1 set that won't kill yet, but honestly, like, almost any smash that can kill. Aerial will start killing now. Hell, back throw will kill even now. Up B will almost definitely kill connected properly. I'm not sure if Toon, by the way, is up B not connected properly in those situations. It's not too common, but it definitely does happen enough that I'm not even surprised.
It had to jump, though. Had to burn that jump to get out of that. And yeah, I think that's gonna kill. I think up B at ledge at 190 something kills. So
yeah, 190. Yeah, it probably kills in those situations.
It's about in that range, right? Like,
yeah, like maybe like 10% earlier would have killed, but I don't know. It's Toon Link's back there. I don't rely on that move killing ever.
Yeah, we can't. I'd have to consult the chart on that one. I'm really not sure. But I respect the I respect the intrepid effort there. Regardless, Marvelous Marco taking control of that game. It was a longer game there, and Marvelous Marco never really felt like they lost control of it all throughout. Very industrious with their stocks, very resourceful with their moves, and honestly, it never felt like B Rice was ever in control of the flow of the matchup. You got to think that that's going to be something that Marco wants to build upon in game number 3 to move on in winner's side. But B Rice, what's the play here? It's got to be a stage count pick, right?
I mean, stage count pick. I think the big thing is B Rice has to kind of use the pocket a lot more to deal with the projectiles, because if you're trying to fight into projectiles, like, you have one of the best anti-projectile tools in the game. You get the enemy's projectile for nullifying it, and you can use it when you want to. And that's such a big deal that, like, people don't think about, is using the opponent's projectile at your timing whilst having your projectile game as a zoner, like, massive. I don't see B Rice really taking advantage of that enough. And instead he's just getting out projectile by Toon Link. And oh, this music is way too calm for this match right now.
I can't hear the music all that well.
Oh, okay. Well, it's also very quiet, to be honest, compared to the game. The specific song is low volume, but yeah. And right now, B Rice, you're ready to try to fight into Marco, and Marco, I said this before, right, where Marco is an adapter. He loses game 1, then wins games 2 and 3. And you can see that right here.
Ooh, yeah, and again, at the ledge, but B Rice is going to DI straight into the corner, pocket a boomerang, and trying to get themselves a little bit of momentum. But Marco, well, you got to think that they'd know how to play against their own projectiles if they're going to use them all so often. Just kind of think what you would do, you know? So it's going to be a boomerang. It's not going to come back in that instance. Gets the pocket, and yeah, Marco's doing a decent job of avoiding things considering the lack of platforms. B Rice, however, getting hit with just about everything. And
everything and
yes,
the kitchen sink.
More or less. I mean, that's, yeah, and the kitchen sink, honestly. Although, no hydrants abound, luckily for B Rice in this instance. 169 now. This is I mean, those projectiles aren't gonna kill anymore. They're just annoying, but, like, eventually you hit someone with projectiles and you put in a bad spot. Alright, back cover definitely kills a 179. And, you know, Marco really, he really doesn't force kill. Sometimes I think it takes too long to look for a kill opening. But hey, it's working right now, as, you know, he builds up the damage until literally everything Toon Link has outside of jab will kill. But, okay. Nice little tilt. Uh-oh, rolls right into that down B. That's not good. It's not gonna kill, luckily. But if that was Snakey rolled into his down B, oh, bro, you dead there. Yeah, now as we're looking at this,
And that's not gonna kill!
not just yet. Marco. Eventually, yeah, up throw is going to kill at a, I'd say about that percent, sure. But honestly, we've seen Isabelle up throw kill before. Those of you who are familiar with Mr. Zircon, who's basically written the book and done pretty much everything else in the book as well on Isabelle. Yeah, this it's about what you come to expect from them, but
honestly, that could have been a very, like, big comeback for B Rice. Like, not comeback, but, like, a way to, like, take over the game if you read the air dodge and punished it, because Marco burned the double jump there. And that's, like, Isabelle's, like, forte's edge guarding people after forcing out bad air dodges and double jumps. But this said, B Rice, it, not a big lead, but it's something. It's really hard against this next kill. Obviously, like, poised to win the game. Obviously, having a stock lead is always big, but I think especially in these kind of matchups, a stock lead between two zoners aren't exactly explosive. It is so much momentum.
I didn't realize Zircon was in the chat. I didn't realize. Okay, shout out to you. But nevertheless, this is B Rice with a slight advantage going into Marco's final stock, and well, this is still a contentious situation. Back air is going to put B Rice into disadvantage here, and oh yeah, those stray hits from Boomerang is probably going to be what sets up B Rice into the eventual kill, but
Okay.
B-Rice is not rushing into anything. A lot of patience being shown here by the Isabelle. It's
Oh,
exactly
he gets the kill. I'm surprised B-Rice chose a grab there. Wasn't going to punish anything. That was just, honestly, a big error on B-Rice's part. Wait, there's a bomb in Marco's hand. That might mess him up. That might mess him up. Read the, yep. If B-Rice, recognized the bomb and where he's going to send Marco, he actually could have ended the game there. Like, that was legit game ending.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. I feel like they had the play in mind. It was going to put them over the ledge, but Marco, with the air dodge, they had to earn that recovery back to the stage. That's what happens when you overextend. Sometimes that's how you blow your chance. Just because you see people doing that and it looks cool doesn't mean it's always the best play. B-Rice now is going to need something to get Marco into kill percent, but we've seen just how efficient Marco can be with their stocks. Triple digits now almost for Marco.
Okay.
They're just
This is so
looking
scary. The jab pressure was so intimidating. That down air was also a pretty scary option. He's a double jump left. He burned. He has no air dodge left. Gets back to the ledge safely, but you see B-Rice is out for blood, looking for some kill option now. Not even patient at all.
Yep. Okay, make him shield the boomerang, and that sets up for slingshot. You might need a few more of those, B-Rice, if you want to get the stock off.
This is scary.
To the other
no
side.
ledge roll. That I was very scared from, because honestly, Toon can commit to like high committal kill options there, and you saw one of them. Miss input for sure. That might be it. Oh my god!
Oh my goodness gracious! And the
No,
stop sign comes out.
That was the biggest choke into not getting punished right there. I'm not gonna lie. And as a result, the B-Rice 10 DHS mind games right there, clearly to take that set. Are you okay? You speechless? Sir, it's fine. It was just it happens. There's 10 DHS being played with that up B.
A few things. One, that I'm honestly kind